Hey guys, this is Epsilon versus Copenhagen Wolves on DE Train. Knife round has been won by Epsilon, obviously, as they go into the first round of their counter-terrorist side. They are doing an inner push. They had one player spotting upper, while two push up the ramp, while the terrorists are just doing a 2-1-2, just really passive map control setup. They do have USPs, so it makes sense to work USPs against Glocks in this situation. I mean, USPs versus USPs, but Nico does have a Glock over at ladder train. They do have the two opening picks, the terrorists that is, so they can work outside. They can work Glocks and try to get right up in the faces of the counter-terrorists, as Kevy does go down now as well. So, pistol round goes to Wolves, basically intentionless. I like the strat that Epsilon ran there. I do the exact same thing. We did that, I believe we did it at ESCA LAN. Wait, no, did we play China? I don't even know if we played China at ESCA LAN. If we did, we used it. I've been using it for a while. I like the setup. Really strong. You have inner control, and then you take ladder quick, and you basically have that quick flank going. But Wolves does get the better of them. They hold off the inner push, and they're able to just take the round. So that's 1-0 for the Wolves as they go into their first Antique round. They do have AKs and Galils, and it looks like they are going to do heavy Ivy with one player spotting out middle. He's going to spot down the Ivy player and just basically let his teammates know, hey, there's one at Ivy, kill him, and you're free to go. Everything else at middle is good. They do choose to go backside, and I would like to see them go frontside instead. As Nike is gonna push up right past terrorist at the bomb train. That would have been a free kill for him, but he just runs right past him by accident, and that's the round for Wolves. I'm seeing a lot of similarities between my strats and their strats, so I do like it, but right there I'd like to see them go front side instead of backside on that Antico, because they have the big guns, they can play the range. No need to play like backstairs versus a pistol. Anyways, we're going to see Wolves going into White Halls instead this round, and basically what they're just doing here is the opposite of what they did at Ivy. Instead of going for Ivy, they go for inner, where they can go straight out of upper, or they can go drop down the ladder to outside. So it gives them the ability to go outside or inside. They did have the player spotting outside. Looks like they're just going to pop a flash down the ladder and just take it right outside right now. As I do come out, one Wolves member goes down, but they do take outside. The remaining counter-terrorists were at inside site, so now they're rotating Z and back halls. Bomb goes down, and Wolves are just going to clean up here. So easy rounds for the Wolves after they won that pistol. It's going to get them a great lead into the rest of the half. They do have this 3-0 lead at the moment, so looking great for them. First gun round is coming up. Wolves does have a nice econ right now. They only have 2 deaths total, so they have ops and deagles. We're going to see another standard 2-1-2 split here, as we do see Nico going for that middle pick. He misses it, and he re-peeks the nade, and he gets taken down. We do see the terrorists coming down the ladder room really quick. They get flashed and pushed, so it's 2 members down on Wolves, and it looks like they're just doing a really uncoordinated attack right now, and it's getting them picked off one by one, as we do see another member going down in Ivy. And I mean, it's all up to this one player now to make something happen against 5, but he goes down as well. So it was obvious what happened there. You can see clearly how it could have been different. Instead of re-peeking middle, he could have just taken the shot, fallen back passive. The ladder player should have delayed going down ladder until the Ivy players were set up, but they kind of just went one by one. and died one by one and threw away the round. As we do see upper inner from the counter-terrorist side getting that initial pick. He did spot quite a few players in there, so we are going to see the flank from ladder as well as over-rotate into inner, as lower ramp is smoked out, upper ramp is smoked out, and just the terrorists are just going way too slowly on this execution by my likings. But we did have great patience by this op at lower ramp, peeking over the smoke, where he's able to peek into CT and just use the smoke as a one-way, and this is really, really, really awesome to see. Great tactic, as we're just going to see him try to pick off the remaining counter-terrorists. As he grabs one, he saw the other one hiding in Z, so he's going to chase for the frag. He's got that adrenaline, he's going for that frag. And they have a huge round lead, they have huge econ right now. They can just go for it, and it doesn't even matter.
Terrorists win. Okay, let's go.
This round we are going to see an outside take, most likely. They are just set up with their smokes. I don't know what they're waiting for to throw their smokes. Nico is white halls above ladder, so he's able to quick drop. The smokes are being thrown outside right now, as we do see ladder and T connector coming out. The smokes are hitting every single lane, and the terrorists just plowed out through T connector. They're gonna see one under 6 train, as they just come out and make trades all the way down into a 3 versus 3. We do see counter-terrorists rotating back calls and Z and just holding the back lanes, as XLO is just pushing up the bomb lane. He has a bomb on bomb train right now. He's gonna try to force a plant because his teammate came back calls as well. I think they know that the last counter-terrorist is in Z. Frost is looking for the pick before he shifts out of position. He gets blind though, so he's gonna have to shift right now. He goes down as well, which gives Wolves their 5th round on a T side of train. Huge lead from them. You saw the smokes hitting every single lane there, and then with those smokes up, they can just run out of T connector and ladder and isolate whoever's in the yard. You trade the kills down until it's like a 3-on-3, and then whoever's remaining is Z or back calls, and you know that, so you can just play accordingly. We do see the opening pick going to Ank, I believe that's his name, as he does make the pick at middle, and then he's gonna rotate back to inner with his entire team. They do see Frost pushing inner by himself as a counter-terrorist, so they're just gonna get the kill on him and take the site quick. Kevy is inside though, he's able to make one pick, but I mean, counter-terrorists are on Nico right now, and it looks like this is gonna be a 6th round for Wolves, which is gonna put them on a huge lead. Great lead. Glaive in an awesome position to pick off the bomb planner and take his gun out, while Jokern is the last player remaining. He goes down as well. I mean, he was just trying to look for a pick there, try to kill the econ a little bit. He only had a USP, so it's not like he's trying to, he's not losing money, he's not losing flashes or a kit or something, which he could save until the next round. So I mean, it's absolutely fine to just try to pick off a couple enemies and screw up their economy. They are really far behind though, the counter-terrorists. They need to, I guess, pick up the next 8 rounds in a row to be really safe. They do have a strong 2 inner, 2 ladder, and 1 Ivy setup right now, so they have outside on lock and inside on lock respectively, but we are going to see a heavy outside execution by the terrorists. And even though he had great positioning, he did get flash, and the flash took him out of position. We do see Jokern at back halls though with an op, trying to scope down and pick off a player. He did spot one, but he looked away too quick. There he goes. He gets one of the picks. He's gonna get another pick right at the front bomb, front 5 area guy, who's peeking out a little too wide at the moment. Here he goes. He's making a play onto bomb train. He's gonna try to force a plant right now, while his teammate is going to peek down backyard. Joker thinks that someone's on his tail. Ooh, he takes the bomb down. Nico is pushing from front bomb right now, though. Joker, I mean, he's in a great position here to get this last kill. As soon as he spots it, Kevy is pressuring from the back. Yep, Kevy gets the kill. Great play by the Epsilon there, redeeming themselves in that round. I mean, Kevy had a great flank there. Joker had a great op, just holding the back lanes and picking them off the Wolves. Even at the start, they had a great setup. It was just broken by one of the flashes, but they redeemed themselves. They got the rotate off, and they got the round back into their hands. Looks like we're gonna see outside smokes by the terrorists, but it doesn't look like they're gonna do anything immediately. I think it was just a bait out smokes, bait out flashes from the counter terrorists, and try to, I guess, take them out of position momentarily. They are gonna try to work a 2-on-2 and try to take Ivy control. They're just gonna flash and push right through the smoke and try to take barrel control right now. The player's playing kind of way out of position, but Joker is there to get a trade kill, and he's able to get out of there before he gets traded on himself. We are going to see SMF coming out of Ivy. He needs to come back and grab the bomb, though. It's a 2 versus 3 for the terrorists, as he is just going to come front side and get into hell. His teammates in ladder room, and it seems like a unwinnable situation, as we do see a next-gen maneuver nading the op back to him so he can control the back lanes from back ladder train. I suppose that's front ladder train. He is able to make one pick off, which makes it a 2 versus 2. Kevy is back lanes though, and if he's able to make a pick off here before Frost dies, there we go. Frost gets the kill. Bomb is smoked off, and it's up to Angry. I don't even want to try to pronounce his name. He is going to get the kill, and he's just going to start spamming into the smoke, and he gets the kill! I don't know how much time was left on the bomb, but it was very low, I can imagine, as the terrorists pick up their 7th round. Soshin? I don't know how to say that. We are seeing a heavy 5-man Ivy push by the counter-terrorists, as they're going to run into 2 of the terrorists who are holding the bomb, and they're going to take them out. But we do see Nico coming with his op to just kind of regain control of the map right here. He's going to kill one of the counter-terrorists who were pushed to Ivy, and he's going to grab Kevy as well. So it's always good to have that op kind of sticking around where you can pick up the rounds at Ivy late round. Great play by the counter-terrorists. I like how they just stuck together and they just pushed one area. They wanted to just take control of one area and then rotate off of that. They got the bomb down. They picked up a couple frags. We do see Nico opening up the round with an off frag here. That's a great play. He doesn't have to overextend anymore. He can get pushed on. He's just waiting for his teammates to drop down ladder. There are 3. Make that 4 terrorists above ladder. They are going to do an inner take. They do have that opening pick, which is really going to spread the counter-terrorists thin. They're only going to have Frost inside, and he's got no rotators, basically. So he has to make a really huge play. But I think he got spotted. He did. I don't know what happened there. I guess his flash got angry, and we're going to see a huge counter-terrorist rotate inside right now. Nico is going to have to make a play with his op, but he does get taken down as well. So I think this round might go to Epsilon, even though they're in a 2 versus 3. Wait, what? Never mind. They're saving, or they thought the bomb was outside. So that was a bit of a miscommunication there, and the round, if they had stuck there, I think that they could have picked off a couple of frags with the op, but they rotated back outside prematurely. And this is going to give the round to Wolves for their 9th round. Ank has a great position here. And yeah, there we go. He snuck around the trains after Glaive pushed up and got the kill on him. I don't exactly know what Epsilon was doing there. It was kind of an amateur mistake that they did, where they just rotated back outside when it was clearly an inner take. I mean, I don't know how much more obvious it could have been than that. Another opening pick by Nico as Ankh does come down ladder, so the terrorists are just going to take quick outside control. Scratch that. They use that opening pick again, and they're going to take it back inside. You do see Joker pushing into the T-connector, and I guess this is a game of nerves right now. They're just out of it mentally, and the easy kills that they should be getting, they're giving up. Free kills, they're just giving up. So we're really going to need to see a momentum shift going into the second half for Epsilon to come back. And if we don't, I mean, this is Wolves' game right here. I mean, we're seeing Nico going middle, getting those picks. We see the heavy rotate back to inside after they get the initial pick. Another outside pick by Wolves, opening up the round into a 5 versus 4 as Hunden does pick up 2, and Frost is able to pick up 1. Hunden, making a huge round here for his team, is going to pick up their 3rd round of the half. It is a 4 versus 1. I think that was more about Wolves being sloppy, but also huge play by Hunden there, grabbing those three kills coming out of T-connector, playing really up close in their faces, not letting them get out of the choke points, and that's what was giving them the problems earlier, is that Nico was just picking them off from long range, and they never killed them coming out of the choke points. All you have to do on this map is play the choke points, and it's incredibly difficult for the terrorists to execute a strategy. And if the counter-terrorists can stick to that and force them to execute from choke points. Here we go, Hunden playing up close right at T-connector in the smoke again. And he's just going to spam a little bit and try to get a free kill. But the terrorists are out of T-connector, and Joker let them come right out and shoot Hunden in the back. That's something you really have to look out for. If they can get out of T-connector, or if they can get out of Ivy, you cannot be exposed from T-connector. You have to push Ivy, or you have to push T-connector. You have to do one of the two, otherwise you're just going to be pinned and shot from 3 different angles. Another sloppy buy by Epsilon, another great execution by Wolves is going to give Wolves a 11th round on their T side of train. This is huge. I mean, at this point it's just pistol round that they have to win, and it's game over. Frost is just going to save his op. It is a 1 versus 2, but it's just going to say, you know what, fuck it. I have an op. We're down this many rounds. Our money is completely just garbage at the moment. I don't know how to shut down the TP chat, so someone has to let me know. We are going to see the terrorists just kind of taking it really slow right now, as they are going to take ladder control right now from the 2 counter-terrorists that are here. They're able to pick off the first counter-terrorist, but Glaive is just holding on the train. He pushes into the room, and he's able to make those frags. He does have ladder control now, so he can just turn around and focus on T-connector. Ankh is at T-connector, and he's just going to kind of take it really slow. Kevy is about to shoot his teammate, but he's able to redeem himself there, as we do see Ankh in a 1 versus 2. This is winnable for him. He knows one of the counter-terrorists is back bomb, or back lanes, so he's just going to look in for a Z-connector pick right here before he collects the bomb from the front of A train. And this is going to be a huge play right here. Okay, this great positioning by Kevy, but he's going to miss a shot. He's going to throw flashes out, 15 seconds left on the clock. On can still win this. Kevy really has to play this smart. I would agree with the play. I mean, he ended up getting the round, but I mean, if the thing is, if no nades or flashes were thrown by that point, and it was like 10-15 seconds, then he's got to push up the ladder. And I'll just let him push up the ladder. Because you saw there, he almost got the kill on him as he's just jumping through midair. We are going to see an Ivy push by Wolves on their pistol round here, as they are going to run out and spot two terrorists. With the spot, they're just going to fall back. They know, okay, you know what? They spotted us. Aggressive here. We spotted them. Let's just get back into a default setup. Let's not let them take control of other parts of the map. Great counter flash here. This is going to get him too far. Oh, Glaive did not get affected by that flash. So Glaive is able to pick up that frag. Wolves might lose this pistol. They have one back bomb and one rotating inside to ladder. Epsilon, I mean, full control of the map here. They had 2 IV, they had 2 ladder. It's just going to be around for Wolves, or for Epsilon, which is going to help them get back into the game. But I mean, we are looking at a pretty grim score at the moment. Last Wolves player is heard coming down ladder, running like an elephant, and Kevy's just set up for him. So Epsilon is able to pick up this round. I mean, if they do win the next pistols, and then they win the first gun round, and they win the next eco round, they could be right back up on that scoreboard, and they can turn this match around. But if they lose any eco, any amount of guns or members that they lose is huge. It's huge, huge, huge when they're T-side of train with this much of a round deficit. Terrorists are just going to come out to connector and ladder and just hold for inner push and just long range basically against the counter terrorists. If the counter terrorists are trying to challenge them from back lanes, I mean, it's GLL and AK versus a USP. So Epsilon's just setting off really strafe right now, really safe, not strafe. As we are going to see one member go down by a Z Ziegler. They're fighting him way too much instead of just, I don't know, flashing and pushing or nading or just something else. But, I mean, Frost almost went down there. You don't really want to fight a Deagle at that angle. You just want to nade him, flash him, push him together, or just smoke it off and just say fuck it entirely. We're going to see another just hard out middle from the terrorists. Get nades into Z connector and just span across the yard. Play that long range against the counter terrorists. Soccerin? Alright. We are going to see Epsilon just doing a full rotate back into inner bomb site. They did show heavy presence outside. They baited out the rotate, and now they're just going to come back inside. Wolves does make the picks, and I mean, when you're big guns versus small guns, just play the distance. Always play the distance. You don't need to push up to back lanes when you're AKs versus pistols. Just play upper. Play a long upper and force the counter-terrorists into long range. We are going to see a 1 versus 1, 13 health versus 100, Frost with 13 and a Glock in the hands. I mean, if he gets shot, yep, round to Wolves, and this is going to be the momentum shift that, oh, no kit, no defuse. We are going into the first gun round. I mean, Wolves, if they had a kit there, they could have gone that round, and it would have been huge. It would have been basically the round right there, in my opinion, or the match right there. But we are going to see Wolves setting up just a standard setup. We are going to see Epsilon doing something kind of creative, though. They're going to do a Z inner split. 2 players inner, and 2 players did make it to Z. Ankh has to set up for this, otherwise he's just going to get shot on the side. And there he goes. He gets shot on the side, and Joker just comes in and gets 2 entry kills. I mean, Glaive picks up a 3rd. Great execution by Epsilon. Great play there. Just getting those smokes outside, just plying right down ladder, right into inner, and just splitting on that heavy 2-2 and one. I think he was T-connector, just either throwing shit or applying pressure. But whatever he was doing, like, they got in uncontested completely, and Joker just picked up 2 easy kills. We are going to see the last counter-terrorist saving here, as he just lobs a flash over the wall. He does get the quick scope or no scope, and he is going to save that op. But I mean, I don't know if this op is going to do anything at this point. We're going to see another eco by the counter-terrorists with this one op that they saved. I guess they're saving for the win. We are going to see Epsilon just holding for inner right now. They are going to pop a flash onto lower ramp just in case there are any players there. I like that. That's a really creative flash tactic. They are just going to take control of upper. They have been spotted, so I don't know if they want to commit to this. We do see Glaive and Kevy rotating back to ladder, so I'm going to assume Frost and Joker are going to do the same. Yes, they are. So they're just going to flash down and drop. They're going to have a flash from Hunden. Ooh, SMF making a huge frag, but I mean, he goes down. It's a 4-on-4. Counter-terrorists have the information to rotate back outside. I'm going to watch from Nico right now, as he is going to make a huge play right here. It's do or die at the situation for the counter-terrorists. Nothing much that they can do except for, I guess, work this op and try to get as many kills as they can. Op does go down, but we're going to see it get picked up really quick here by Ankh. Kevy making a huge mistake there. I guess in the 1 versus 3 with that little time left in the round, you're just going to panic and go to make a play, and I guess that's what the play was. Just jump around and have a nade out. In that situation, I'll just gun out the entire time, and just whoever peeks me, just shoot them. You don't really want to be caught with a nade out when people can peek you from several different angles. We are going to see Wolves just come into their standard round, which is 2 Ivy, 1 holding with an op on one of the trains. But we are going to see Epsilon doing a heavy inner, just right down through a smoke into inner bomb site. They are going to face up against 2 counter-terrorists, but they are just going to try to force a plant. They were glocking with 1 deagle. If they get this plant, there we go, successful eco round there. They have a huge round advantage. They know they're about to... Oh wait, no, Epsilon needs these rounds. What am I talking about? I had things way mixed up for a little bit. Wolves are... in a great situation here. Wolves had the first half huge lead, like 11-4 type of thing. So Epsilon, yeah, Frost should have saved his op that other round instead of just kind of going out and freaking out with his nade. This is looking really bad for Epsilon. They use that bomb money and the Glock saves for their gun rounds now. So it's really stress right now for them to pick up these remaining rounds. I think they can only give up 2 more rounds at most. As we do see another, what looks like a Z inner split. Frost does come down the lower ramp, uncontested. He is going to fight the counter-terrorist to his back lanes. I love this execution by Epsilon. Really hard execution. You just run straight through the counter-terrorist defenses and get the flank off on inner quickly. But, I mean, Wolves has a great... I don't know. I don't know how this round's gonna go. Actually, Epsilon should win this round. They do have 3 versus 2. Bomb is planted and the bomb is ticking. Yep, Frost is in a position to take out SMF. And I mean, when the bomb's planted in our bomb site, there's so many places to check that, I mean, it just takes so much time to come through and clear everything. So we're just going to see a save here by the counter-terrorists. He has his op. He can make a huge play going on here. I don't know what's funny, Toxic Zed.
Okay, let's go.
5 rounds for Epsilon and their T side, really trying to bring it back. They did have a really weak CT side. I don't know if that was nerves. We did see a lot of just like sloppy shots plays, but we are seeing a 2-on-2 split right here. Kevy is just going to hold T connector while his teammates work up Ivy before his other squad mates drop down the ladder. Frost and Hunden are kind of just hanging out over at Ivy. They put a little bit of pressure, but they're just kind of hanging out for an aggressive push. We do see a minute left on the clock, so we're gonna have to see Epsilon making a move here shortly. Again, Wolves are playing too close to Ivy lane, and if they get this kill on Frost, they have bomb control, and this round's gonna go to Wolves pretty much 100%. SMF is gonna shift. He's still staying by Ivy, so as long as he sits here, he's gonna get the free kill onto Frost. Nope, Frost is gonna peek him. We are seeing the terrorists executing from ladder to outside and trying to get into Z though. Scratch that. They're not gonna fuck with the Z. They're just gonna try to get their bomb out of Ivy lane by pushing it to the back of, basically back of outside lanes. 2 counter-terrorists are spotted on the CT stairs, but Glaive is able to take out one. If he's able to take out the second one, then they might be able to grab this round. We do see the bomb going down, so Glaive has to grab it real quick as the CT stairs player does go down by Jokern. So another round salvaged by Epsilon. Great patience and great discipline is what got them that round. You saw that they didn't execute out of ladder before they executed out of Ivy. Everything was together. No one peeked one by one, which we saw Wolves do a couple of times, which gave up a couple of rounds on their T side. Even though they had a really strong T side, you saw them give up a couple of rounds by doing that. And Epsilon's just like, fuck this, you know what? We had a sloppy CT side, but let's redeem ourselves. Let's just play it really disciplined. Another heavy inner take by Epsilon here. We're going to see them taking it really slow. Wolves are stacked inside with 3 players though, so it's going to be interesting to see how this round plays out. We do see Nico pushing straight into T connector. Once he spots that no one's here, they're going to get a heavy rotate off onto the inner bomb site. So this might be really bad for Epsilon at the moment, as they do make the pick off early round and get right into the bomb site. But I mean, flashes are going off, and we do see Wolves making some deagle picks. Epsilon is going to grab this round as well, as they do have guns, and they got that initial pick. Nico on the flank, but he's going to run into this dog here. No, he's just gonna sit back and go for exits. He knows that if he pins them into the site, they're gonna die with the bomb, and he's gonna wait out the timer and make Epsilon lose their guns. And I mean, it's a great play because Epsilon really needs to keep all their guns that they can. Their money management is system is just basically screwed up entirely at the moment. Yep, Nico making a great play here. Picked off 2 of the guns, which is going to really stress Epsilon's money. Epsilon splitting off into their 2-1-2. Jokern is going to come down the ladder quick, which is kind of different than what they usually do. He does spot 1Z, but he doesn't go for the pick. Glaive does get the kill on him. Back lanes are smoked off, and by back lanes I mean front lanes. But again, Ivy players do hold the bomb, and if they go down, this is really bad news. But he's able to get out of Ivy, and that means bomb is going to be in possession of Epsilon outside and not in the possession of Wolves. Another round by Epsilon. They did their exact same 2-1-2 standard default, except they sped it way up. Instead of taking it slow, you know, taking barrel control, nading it out, nading down Ivy or ladder together, waiting for a push. They're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go really powerful in this 2-1-2. They're not going to expect a heavy split like this because we've been playing so disciplined before, and it's great to switch it up and just plow through.
Okay, let's go. Roger. Fire in the hole. 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 Affirmative. Fire in the hole.
Another 4-1 from the terrorists. 4 down ladder quick. They know they're facing up against an eco. They're going to play the long range, basically. Play ladder train and play like T-connector, come out that way to fight the enemies long range. They have pistols, we have rifles and ops. So Epsilon making the right plays here in their second half to redeem themselves from the first half, just utter sloppiness. Wolves do go down one by one as they do peek out from hiding spots. And they should catch on that Epsilon's just doing this stuff where they're just sticking together a lot, and they should just say, you know what, let's take a 50-50 gamble, let's stack inside or stack outside, and hope that they run into us. As we do see Epsilon just working them on their T side, you need to see something desperate coming out of the counter-terrorists in these types of situations, as Frost does creep into Z-connector and loses his gun. I don't think it's the end of the world for Epsilon at this point, as they do have a great economy situation going. Nico is just going to grab this AK and try to save it in CT spawn, but we do see Kevy on the hunt, which means that they do have a decent amount of money. Nico is able to get the kill on him, but he gets traded down really quick, or soon afterwards, by Glaive. Another 2-1-2 by Epsilon here into Wolves, playing into a kind of a passive setup, under 6 train, under 5 train, bomb lane. It's just going to be interesting to see how they're able to hold against this 2-1-2 slow coordinated attack by Epsilon. Epsilon's still holding for the pushes inner, holding for the pushes T-connector, holding for the pushes Ivy. They're kind of not really letting ooh, nice lineup here. They are going to start taking Ivy control, which means that we're going to see Joker coming down the ladder. They nade it into the room. No hit means we're good to go. They're going to throw a fake flash down and just pop right out of the ladder. Ivy players do have control of Ivy lane, so we're just going to see the terrorists coming straight out and trying to work their op magic. Again, the counter-terrorists are just hiding under trains, so they're just going to get picked off one by one. 3 versus 3, 20 seconds left in the round. They're going to try to force a plant here. All they have to do is protect from Z and protect from back bomb. Did you spot one back bomb? No push on the bomb train, so the bomb does get planted. They could double stack up in Cubby and get a boost onto the roof, which would probably be their best play at the moment, but he's kind of scared of getting shot while he peeks at, so he's going to have to make a play here. He can't just sit around on this train forever. He needs to make a move. And I guess he sat there forever, and his teammates got the initial picks. Another round for Epsilon, just really bringing this back. This is absolutely amazing right now. It's ties are almost tied up. Scores are almost tied up. Epsilon doing another 2-on-2, just really passive. Here we see Nico just doing an aggressive push at Ivy on his eco and just dying early. You see another Wolves member just pushing inner. He's gonna die if he continues pushing and overextending like this. Epsilon's just waiting for the picks. They're playing the choke points, and the counter-terrorists are playing into them and throwing away whatever advantage they have on the map. Heavy inner rotate from Epsilon is going to mean they're just going to plow down lower ramp and out upper together and just hold the long range. Epsilon just completely tears apart inner bomb site. They regrouped, and I love what they've been doing. They've been doing this the entire half. Really coordinated, really disciplined. They don't execute anywhere without the rest of the team ready to do a coordinated attack, or they just regroup and execute together as a team. And I love to see that from teams, because it's a sign of great teamwork and great chemistry.
Terrorists win.
11 rounds for Epsilon here. Just bringing her right back. Incredible to see this kind of momentum shift from that first half. I mean, these guys make it seem like train's a T-sided map, and it really isn't. Another 2-on-2, except a little bit quicker execution here. Actually, no, they're gonna do their Z inner split. They get the smokes out outside, which helped them get right into Z connector. But I mean, the counter-terrorists did adapt to this, and they do make the pickoffs. So Wolves are gonna pick up this round, it looks like. I think I might have spoken too soon. Kevy's just posted up lower ramp, and he's able to just pick off players coming out of Z connector. And I mean, as long as he plays this properly, Frost is gonna try to get into flatbed area. No, he's just gonna play back bomb and just dodge flashes right now. Kevy's gonna make a huge frag, and he's just gonna go back to lower ramp. He's spotted upper. Ops are gonna be trained on him back there, so he's gonna have to come down and get this pick off on sidewalk lane. Was he spot? I think he was spotted, so they're looking out for him there. They're just gonna flash up and just try to get the bomb defuse. They know he's shifted. Oh! Epsilon's gonna get this round!
Terrorists win.
Can imagine they're all just standing up and cheering and shit right now. They're just like, yeah, huge round. Because that is the game for Epsilon. Huge fucking comeback, dude. They were down 4 rounds on their CT side to 11, and they brought it back 12-2. Great discipline and coordination from Epsilon there in the second half, and they really deserve that win. They really, really, really deserve that win.